To my YouTube channel, and I'm so very excited to see you guys. It's a good thing to have people that are looking out to make profit in this market, and I believe you also want to make profit in this market. So, not taking too much of your time, this is Signal Lord, and I'm here to discuss about what CPI is all about. And I believe you already understand. Well, even if you don't understand, I'm going to teach you what CPI is all about. Okay? Now, basically, CPI is something that moves the market very well, and we need to discuss about how it affects the market also. So, in this CPI Live Discussion, I'm going to be talking about the impact of CPI and how you can use it to make money. Then also probably we can discuss about how to use CPI to make profit in this market. So before we go, let me just quickly set some of my account and the trades I want to do, so that it will not we don't want a scenario where the market is going to come and kill us, but we want to kill the market. All right. So thank you for joining my live session on CPI. NFP actually gave us some little bit of profit. You can see how the price moves. All right. And if you had followed through everything we discussed, I believe you would have made some level of profit from NFP. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to like this video that you are watching currently. All right, so like the video, share the video, like the video and share the video, and ensure that you have it with people around you. Now, before we commence what CPI is all about there, I need you to understand something. All right, something very simple and something very straightforward. Okay, just note that CPI is an economic event that happens once in a month. And since it happens once in a month, we are looking at how we can take that opportunity, how we can just use it to make money in this market. All right, don't forget, share the video and like this video. I would like you to share it with everyone. Share it on your status, share it with your Facebook friends, share it with every trader that you know. Tell them to join my live session, and let's see what will happen. Okay, whether we are going to beat the market, or most likely the market cannot beat us, but we will be the one to beat the market. Now, you need to be on guard. Even with the market, you need to be on guard. All right. So why did I say you need to be on guard? The market can disgrace you. Market can take your money, and once, your money has gone. So I want to quickly talk about what CPI is all about. CPI means Consumer Price Index. That is the full meaning of CPI, Consumer Price Index. All right. You are welcome. Share this video as I'm going to be giving out some basic entries that can help you to make small profit in this market. All right. So now quickly look at this. We are talking about CPI. CPI is Consumer Price Index. My name is Gabriel Uriton. Please help me to bring tissue box from the class. Tissue box. All right. My name is Gabriel Uriton, and I am a financial expert. I've been trading for a while now. If you want to ask me how long, well, you can look into that if you can just send me a message. Okay. So I'm from Nigeria, and I am a Forex trader and also a Forex trainer. So I'm going to quickly be talking about CPI and how you can use it to make profit in the market. So CPI, just like I mentioned earlier, means Consumer Price Index. All right, sorry for that. So CPI means Consumers Price Index, and it is a timely indicator that we use to measure inflation. So if you want to know if there is inflation in the economy, just go and look out for what CPI data is all about. So CPI, just like I said, that is Consumers Price Index. Now, let's quickly look at what CPI is all about. Alright, so I'm back now. So basically, some technical issues that we just had to deal with. Alright, so you are on my channel. Don't forget to like the video and share the video with other traders that we have, so that they will be able to flow and enjoy CPI. Now, basically, CPI is the average change in prices that is paid by consumers. Now, if I say average change in prices that is paid by consumers, which means we are trying to measure the change in the prices of goods and services that consumers are purchasing or they are paying for services. So, for example, now, if what I am buying for 5 naira increased from 5 naira to 50 naira, now there is a massive change in the price movement. So from 5 naira to 50 naira, that's in short excess inflation, because how do you expect price to move from 5 naira to 50 naira and you say there is no inflation? All right, so that is inflation that is very high. So in explaining inflation, it tells us to understand that it is the change in the prices of goods and services. All right, now there are different types of CPI. Okay, because today we are expecting a news by 1:30 from US economy, and I'm going to quickly share a link with you guys so that you can also follow through. So let me just drop this link here. So I've dropped the link for you guys. You can follow through that site. So that is forexfactory.com. Then also there are other sites you can actually use to get this economic event, so that you can easily know how to plan yourself and how to be able to use it to trade. All right, so right now what we want to do is just that we want to see how we can take opportunity in the market. So the opportunity we want to take is that we want to see how we can maximize the movement of price for profit making and also for profit taking. All right, we want to take profits and we want to make profit. Now, the importance of CPI to the economy. Basically, I'll talk about the central bank. Now the CPI data is what the central banks also focus on, which is what determines their next line of action on interest rate. I believe you understand what interest rate is. Interest rate for the economy, there are different kind of interest rate that the economy releases, but then for this CPI, it determines whether the central bank of that particular economy will increase interest rates or they are going to reduce their interest rate. And when we are talking about reducing interest rate, we are talking about tapering the interest rate. So we did taper the interest rate when the inflation is down, or we did increase it when the inflation is up. Higher inflation requires that you increase the interest rate so that you'll be able to contaminate, so that you can be able to contain, not contaminate now, you can be able to contain the inflation. All right, so that's the importance of it to the central bank. And also now it is released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics from the United States of America. Bureau of Labor Statistics, United States of America, and this news is a monthly data. All right, which means you can easily get to be trading it every month. All right, so this is one opportunity for you to make profit how the market works. So let's quickly dive into the frequency of this news. Just like I mentioned, it is being released monthly. That's when the news is being released. So you can easily just join me as we will talk about how to enter the market for profitability. All right, so talking about profitability, let's quickly look at how this news will affect the market. And guess what? This kind of news will affect gold, it will affect currency, it will affect commodities, it will affect stocks, and also it will affect indices. Now, why is it that traders care about this kind of news? If you want to ask me, okay, why do we bother ourselves to trade CPI? It's very simple. We trade CPI because we want to make money in the market. And CPI is one of the ways or one of the news that can give you what you are looking for in a day. If you are looking for $200, if you are looking for $500, you are looking for $1,000, it's something you can make from the market in one day. Now, there was one of my videos that I did and I made nothing short of $288 within 10 seconds. Somebody will say, how possible is that? You can check my YouTube channel, you will see the video, CPI live trading session. All right, so why we care about the news is just that, number one, it has a direct impact on interest rate. Remember I told you when there is higher interest rate, when there is higher inflation, interest rate follows, which means interest rate also increases. All right, so now there is what we call correlation in trading. There is positive correlation and there is negative correlation. Now, in my next video, I will talk about risk management in respect to fundamental trading. All right, risk management in respect to fundamental trading. All right, so let's quickly talk about correlation between CPI and currency strength, most especially the US dollar. Now, in talking about the US dollar and correlation about the strength of the currency, now, there is what we call long run effect and there is what we call short run effect. So there's a long run effect and there is a short run effect. So if we have the long run effect, you are talking about how long the effect of CPI will last in the market. Short run effect is just the immediate outcome of this news. When it is good, how does market respond to this kind of news? That's the correlation. Then what is the impact of this news on gold? If the news comes out good for dollar, it is expected that gold will sell. If the news comes out bad for dollar, it is expected that gold will buy. So they have what we call inverse relationship. So inverse relationship is that when dollar is strong, you are expecting gold to be selling. When dollar is weak, you are expecting gold to be buying. So that is what the correlation is all talking about based on the impact of the news. And also you have indices. Indices follow suit for gold also. They have the same direction to follow. And then Euro USD have the same direction to follow with gold. That's the same direction to follow with indices also. Now, the previous CPI data that came out was actually bad. It came out bad and market responded to it, which means market sold. Dollar was being sold. And are we really expecting CPI data to come out bad for today? Talking about the core CPI, that is which is month over month, we have the previous that came out in May 13th, 2025. You have the previous to be 0.1%, forecasted figure was 0.3%, and the actual came out to be 0.2%. But then for today, which is 11th of June, so we are seeing the previous to be 0.2%, which was what came out last month. Then the forecasted figure is 0.3%. Now the 0.3% is higher than the previous. So they are expecting higher data than the previous data. Now, which in turn is actually good for a short-term run. Just like I mentioned, we have a long-run effect and you have a short-term effect. So now, if the news comes out good, it is expected that dollar will increase in strength, and every other instrument paired against the dollar, you will need to sell them off. All right, you sell them off. All right, Mehmet Akin, you are welcome. Welcome to my channel. All right, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share this video. Like and share the video. Also, if you have any question, you can just put it in the comment box so that I'll be able to, give you a professional guide on how to go about your trading activities. Okay, so we have looked at the previous data. It came out bad. So are we expecting history to repeat itself with fundamental events? Well, I'm not sure and I doubt. I'm not sure and I doubt. So let's see. So now, how will market react to this news? I've told you, when the news is good, expect dollar to increase, and every other instrument paired with the dollar should be so, you sell them off. Okay, so now the news is by 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m., which means we are expecting, activities by 1:30 p.m. on CPI. Okay, so I'm currently on my chart. To be precise, I'm on USD JPY chart. You can quickly go there now so that we can look out for, some few things that we can just easily trade. I'm actually expecting the news to come out good for dollar. I'm expecting it to be good for dollar so that dollar can go back to that resistance it was falling from. The resistance is around 146.174. Resistance around 146.174. So if you want to pick an order, you can put a buy pending order above the current market price anywhere around 145.646. all right, so anywhere around 145.646, you can just put a pending order there and you'll be fine. All right, so we are waiting for the data. Let it be released so that we will know whether we are buying or we are selling. So don't forget, anywhere around 145.646, that's where you are looking out to put your buy stop entry point. All right, but today I'm not dropping entry because this is just a discussion that we are having for CPI. All right, so we are really expecting some things to happen in the market, but then nothing happens until the certain time that the news will be released. So if the news is not out, well, I believe there is nothing you can do about it. So you need to wait for the news to be released. Now, we have 3 CPI data coming out. The first one is excluding energy and food. So you have the core CPI excluding energy and food. Then we have the second CPI, which is measuring every goods and services in the economy. So right now, we will need to keep our fingers crossed. And in keeping our fingers crossed, we need to wait to see what the market will do. But then, before then, I would just quickly like to tell you this for free. When the news is out, it is expected that you don't stay too long before you take a decision. Remember, we are keeping our fingers crossed because we are waiting for the news to be out so that we can either buy or sell. Now, come closer. So, this is it. When the news is out, it is expected that you take decision fast. Take a very fast decision, because when the news happened, price will not wait for you. Price will just shoot up or it will shoot down. And if it shoot up, it is either you buy. If it shoot down, what do? You sell. So what you want to do is very, very simple. It's either you place a buy trade or you place a sell trade. Okay, so right now we are waiting for the news to be released, and the news is coming out by 1:30. All right, so let's see what will happen by 1:30. Let's see if the news will come out good or bad for dollar. Okay, so we are waiting and we are anticipating. So we are just less than 10 minutes away from the news. This is 1:21, so less than 10 minutes from the news. Let's see what will happen with CPI Live Discussion in this market. All right. So now somebody asked me one time, said, and I quote, "Prophet, how do you trade and how will you become consistent in this market?" And my response was very simple. The response is that I told the person, you need to be disciplined in order for you to be consistent. If you are not disciplined, you can't be consistent in this market. It is only when you are disciplined with your trading activities, you are disciplined with your strategy, you are disciplined with your lot size, you are disciplined with the instrument you are trading. That is when you can make profit for yourself. But right now, if you are not disciplined, I doubt if you will be profitable. And somebody once told me, he said, I've seen somebody that made over $20,000 within 1 week. I said, yes, it's possible, very, very possible. But then right now, the money you are using to do this business, is this something you want to let go? If it's something you want to let go, then we can take that risk. We can take the risk by placing buy and sell. But then I understand that everybody's level of risk can never be the same. It will always be different. So everybody has different risk appetite. And in trading, remember, there's what we call risk to reward ratio, RRR, risk to reward ratio, which means that you are willing to risk something in order for you to be able to make something out of it. All right, so we are just less than 7 minutes away from the news. All right, I'm watching it because I have some pending orders that I've set for this chart, and one USJPY is actually my own has triggered. But remember the one I gave you, anyone around 145.646 is where you should be putting your buy entry. Then for gold, talking about gold, now if gold would want to go up, I'm thinking and I'm seeing on my chart, it is better you put it anywhere around 3352.92. That means you are putting a buy entry anywhere around 3352.92. That's for gold. All right, so gold can also be in that particular price level. You can put gold there. Just put gold there and you'll be fine. All right, so now talking about the technical breakdown of how CPI will affect the market. Technical breakdown of how CPI will affect the market is very simple. When the news is good, expect it to go up. When the news is bad, expect it to come down. So let's quickly share some of the possible entries that I have on my screen here. Possible entries, there is nothing. Don't look out for it on the chat box. Just note it down so that you'll be able to make use of it. All right. So possible entries for gold, 3352.92. That's a buy. A buy 3352.92. 3352.92. And then if you are talking about Euro USD, anywhere above 1.14500, 1.14500, anywhere around there, just put your entry there and then you'll be fine. Then for that's, I'm talking about buy now. I'm expecting USD JPY to find its way back to the resistance. So for Euro USD, if you are looking at selling Euro USD or GBP USD, then I think you will be fine. So, but then until the news comes out, so we are just less than 5 minutes away from the news, and to be precise, I think we have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. So let's see what will happen. Remember, I told you gold 3352.92. Let me check USD JPY again. So for the USD JPY, I think I can still go for, remember I told you anywhere around 145.646, 145.646. Then we also have, if you want to do a sell stop or a sell around 144, yeah, 144.875. You just put a sell stop there, 144.875. I know some people wants to trade gold very well. I've told you for gold, just do 3352.92. Then for the sell, you can be looking at anywhere below the recent low, which is 3324.14. 3324.14. Just look around there and you'll be fine. Then we are just less than 3 minutes away, so market is waiting and market is anticipating, what you want to do for this instrument. So what do you think? Will dollar gain its strength or will dollar lose its strength? Well, my expectation is that you should go and look for that resistance, and from the resistance, massive sell-off. All right, so but right now, just like I said, let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so but don't forget all those important price levels I just dropped for you. Then I think the last thing I will just quickly be talking about is management, so that when the trade triggers, you know what to do. So for those that have set their pending orders, what you will need to do is very simple, because for every trade you want to place, there is a risk attached to that trade. So now, since there is a risk attached to the trade, you need to be able to manage the risk properly. All right, you need to be able to manage the risk properly, just like I said. So if I'm to manage the risk properly, all I want to do is very, very simple. What I want to do is simple. So I'll need to check my lot size very well. The lot size I want to use to trade, is it big or is it small? If it is a very big lot size, then I need to ensure that my account size can carry it. Do you understand? So if my account size cannot carry it, then I think well, it is an error, because at any slight movement against me, I think I'm gone. Any slight movement against me, I think I'm gone. So I don't want to be gone from the market, but I want to be in the market. So we are less than 1 minute away. We are less than 1 minute away from the news. What's going to happen right now? Will CPI scatter the market? Or because of Trump, it might not scatter the market. We are waiting to see the outcome of the news. We are waiting to see how price will respect this CPI data. And guess what? We are less than 30 seconds to go. Less than 30 seconds to go. And let's see if CPI will give us what we are looking for, or we should just stay out of the market and CPI. Well, all right, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay. A massive sell for USD, massive sell, USD, a massive sell. Now it has gotten to the moving average, it's trying to bounce back. Got into the moving average, trying to bounce back. GBP JPY follow in the steps. AUD USD find its way up. Euro USD, okay, if you set the Euro USD, you should be in profit. And if you set the GBP USD also, you should be in profit. Let's see, gold. Gold should be close to it. It's close to the entry. It's declining now. But then let's go and check the outcome of the news. Let's see what happened. Oh man, the news is bad. Sell USD. All right. Sell USD. Sell it off. Now, you want to ask me which currency pair you are expected to trade USD against. All right. So I'm doing that for you now. Looking out. All right. So buy Euro USD. Sell USD JPY. Buy AUD USD. Buy GBP USD. then you sell USD NOK. So do that and just ensure that you target 15 to 20 pips as take profit. Then you determine your risk by yourself. All right. Thank you, Ariadetula. Thank you, Slavranzio. Thank you, Dasi, for joining my live session. It's so nice to have you guys. Ensure to like this video and ensure to share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Signal Lord. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right. So it was nice having this session. And you see, market peaked with just one direction. Everything came out bad. You have the actual of the core CPI to be 0.1% against 0.3%, which is very bad. Then you have 0.1% for the second CPI coming out against 0.2%. Then we have 2.4 against 2.5, which is for the last CPI. Well, jackpot. So thank you for joining this live session. I will see you in my next video and probably during my next live session. Okay, thank you guys, and do have a very lovely day ahead and a lovely week ahead. Thank you.